Hi everyone, welcome. We are going to do pick a card today, and I am using the Divine Doors as the theme for what this is about. And if you look at this door, it's a beautiful archway. The doors are shut, but it's this beautiful archway. And an archway is like an invitation to have something new or to go through the door into a new beginning. So let's see what it is. A stranger's grace. Ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger, which is absolutely beautiful. And it's very true. Our ego, what we've learned here on earth, teaches us to be wary and to be careful of strangers. And oftentimes there's good reason for that, right? But here it says, never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. And I personally have had experience with that, as most of us have at some point, even if it's nothing more than a stranger just being kind and smiling, right? So never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. And here, like I said, it looks like a portal to walk through. So there's much compassion I feel here. Please only take with you what resonates and leave the rest behind. There are 3 piles. They go in chronological order, 1, 2, and 3. You can pause the video if you like and pick the pile that calls out to you. So feel free to put this on pause until you decide which pile is right. Okay, thank you. Let's get going. Hi, pile number 1. Let's see what we have. And yes, all these were taken at random by shuffling the cards, and I had intended on having 3 cards, but the universe decided 4 was much better. And we go with what the universe wants. Okay? So let's talk about these cards for just a moment. And remember, this is in relationship to a stranger's grace. Okay? Your first card is the 7 of Wands. And it talks about you being in an enviable position. You've worked hard to get where you are, but other people want what you have and are prepared to fight you for it. Protect your territory and stand up for what you believe in. Okay, so that is one interpretation, which could definitely be on top of it. But this is saying that you feel that you need to protect what you've created or what you have because you feel like you're being attacked. Okay, now this is about a stranger's grace. Ego fears the sudden danger, but it also talks about never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. So you must use your wisdom and be discerning on what is a real threat and what is a perceived threat and everywhere in between. Because yes, you might very well need to protect and defend. But is that a real potential danger, or is it your perception? And here it talks about you going into the hangman mode because you have questions that you need answers to. Okay? And that's where you will find your enlightenment. So it's saying that going within and using your intuition, your wisdom, your clear thinking is going to bring you the answers. So that to me is an indicator, right? That the potential exists, that what you're fearing is within you. It doesn't have to be. It could be you going in to figure this out and you realize, yes, there is a real potential threat. And here you have the Lovers. And the Lovers can be a few different things. One, it can talk about you being in a romantic relationship with another, or it can be about an important decision that you need to make. So it could be either or. But with the cards here, I would tend to think it's probably the important decision, which is, do you trust a stranger or do you not? Do you defend, or do you realize that there's not really a threat? That is totally up to you. Maybe we should take a clarifying card on that. And here, the result is much happiness and celebration. And it's the informal kind where you get together with the people you care about and you have fun, you just relax, and it's also your support system. So I'm getting a few things from that. One is if you need help figuring this out, of course, go within. But it might be wise to ask the people you care about that you know are your support system, that you totally trust, because they're only going to try to give you what they know to be true, okay? But this can also say that you figure it out and you figure it out correctly, and it's time to celebrate. I think we should take a clarifying card for this, though, to see what comes up, okay? Please give us a clarifying card for the Seven of Wands. Okay. Let's see if we had any others. No, we had one. And that is the Ace of Swords. And what this is talking about is a new beginning. One where you are going forward with very clear thinking. And if things were cloudy, it's like you're parting the clouds and seeing the truth. Right? So, I think maybe I should put this right here. Okay? Because initially, I think you're going to feel this need to defend and protect. But you're going to go within and use your truth, your intuition, your wisdom, and knowledge to figure out what's really going on. All right? And make the correct decision, which is going to enable you to celebrate. So it looks like whatever decision you make is going to be the right one, because you're going to be able to celebrate. But you do need to be discerning and use your clear thinking and your wisdom and your intuition to help guide you with this, okay? All right, now let's get a card from the universe to see what they would like to share. Okay. You have the Nine of Cups, which is a beautiful energy. This is saying that all this is going to bring you much happiness. So the efforts you're putting in to figure this out is going to bring you happiness and celebration, okay? So the efforts you're putting in to figure out about this, the stranger's grace, is going to benefit you because it's going to bring celebration and happiness. Okay? Thank you very much. I truly hope this helps, and have a wonderful day. Much love. Bye. Oh, wait, we can't do that yet. Let's get a charm. Can't believe I almost forgot the charm. Okay, here we go again. To me, take a look at this. You have a cup. And right here, you have cups. And you can see this is like one of those little fruity celebration drinks, right? Celebration. And even here, where you're going to be very, very happy, you have a cup. So what this is to me is confirmation that whatever decision you're making, it is the correct one. And you're going to be very happy and celebrate. So this is just confirmation of the end result. I hope this helps. Much love. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Let's see what came out for you. And yes, I pick all these at random. I shuffle and take what comes out. And yes, the universe thought I should have more than just one each. They thought you should have 2 of these and 2 of these, okay? And I can tell you, you have something big going on here. Yeah, all right. So let's take a look at these. You have Death, the Tower, the Ten of Wands, and the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So I can already see this is a very important time for you, and it's telling a story here. To start off with, the Death card, it's not a scary card, okay? Just let you guys know, neither of these are scary, okay? A lot of people think they might be, but they're not. What death is saying is you're transforming out of one energy and into a new energy. It is time for the old to be gone, to become the past, and to go into something new. And the Tower is an abrupt change, all right? It could be positive, challenging, small, large. In this case, I would tend to say it's large because of the cards on either side of it, all right? So it's going to be probably a pretty good sized change, but I think it's going to be a very positive change because over here you have the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands talks about carrying this heavy burden, and it's, can say a few things. One, like, here's where you live. You're almost there. Just keep chugging along, carrying that heavy load because you get to drop it in a very short period of time. The other is saying you're dropping all the burdens. So it's whichever you think, whatever's right for your situation. Okay? So, the death of one thing, it's leaving, something new, a new beginning. And it looks like it is caused by something abrupt, but it's leading you to something wonderful because you're dropping all the burdens. And I can tell you, when you carry all this weight, it weighs you down so much. And when you can drop it, you feel so light, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I mean, it is a huge relief. So this is very positive. And here you have the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, which I thought was very, very interesting. Because you're getting out of the energy, potentially because of something abrupt, and you're dropping all the burdens. So it's like having this beautiful clean slate. And you're learning this new thing that you want to learn. So is this amazing or what? It does read just like a story, which I love. And now this has to do with a stranger's grace. The ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger, right? So, in here somewhere, doesn't have to be, but that is the theme here. You might run across somebody you do not know, and therefore feel apprehensive. It is possible. But you need to use your wisdom, clear thinking, discernment to decide whether this stranger is a help to you or not. Whether you approach them or not. Okay? Totally up to you. But I can see where a stranger could pop in at any one of these energies. When you go through a huge transformation, definitely. An abrupt change, definitely. Drop all the burdens and you feel so light, and you see somebody on the street and you want to go give them a hug, because it feels so good. And these are learning energies, so it could be, just say if you went to a formal place of learning, there's going to be people there you do not know as students and teachers, right? So, there's opportunity all the way through this to have to deal with a stranger. Now, the Page of Cups is all about having a creative opportunity that has just come to you right out of the blue. Well, to me, that would be, the abrupt change, dropping all the burdens. Woo! You get to have your new creative idea. And it talks about you being filled with dreamy aspirations about what's possible. And you could receive an unexpected pleasant surprise. Maybe that's got to do with a loving stranger. But I also strongly feel that the Page of Cups is learning about relationships, people, why people do what they do, okay, etc. Very oriented in that area. Doesn't have to be, but that would fit in beautifully here, right? So it's a learning energy, which I find pretty fascinating. You have two of them in a row. Okay, and now on to the Page of Pentacles. You're ready to start a new financial or career opportunity. And you have to learn about it, right? And so you're ready to grow and manifest your goals. You're ready to level up and learn something new. And it could very well have to do with Pentacles, which is the business side of things, finances, money, entrepreneurship, a new job. So this is about love, creativity, people. This is something new, and it could have to do with the business side of things. So all this could be a story saying you're getting out of this one energy, it's leaving, it's gone. There's going to be probably an abrupt change where you're dropping all the burdens and going for what it is you really want. It's very creative, and you're also potentially going to be learning about people, relationships, things of the like. And it's something you really want to do. You want this new beginning. So there you have it. Wow. It is definitely a story. But do be prepared if something like this happens to you, that you might very well meet a stranger. And you do need to use your wisdom, your intuition, your clear thinking to know whether this stranger is somebody you should trust, approach, leave alone. It's all up to you. But here, they are speaking about the stranger in a very positive light. And I cannot remember the saying, but there is a saying about sometimes angels appear in very unexpected ways. Okay. So let's go ahead and get a card from the universe. See what they would like to share. And also, if you like this reading, please give it a like, share, subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you very much. And leave comments, okay? The Hierophant. Here we go with the Hierophant has come out a lot recently. Okay, and the Hierophant is a couple of things. One, it's your connection with the divine. Okay? Another talks about, maybe I should put over here, you learning. So there's something that you are going to be learning during this time. And it could be about anything, what you're wanting to start. It could be about learning about the strangers. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Tower. So that's the universe's way of saying, really, kind of doubles in strength. I meant what I said. A change could very well be coming in due to a tower, which is an abrupt change, okay? And there is a connection somewhere with the stranger, all right? Let's get a charm. Okay, what do we have? A ruler. Okay. I can see where this would say a few things. And this is just, me, what's coming to me. One, you have 3 cards of learning, right? One about something creative, people. One about wanting to start something new, potentially business, entrepreneurship. Here is like your connection with the divine, learning. So learning is a big deal. And what do most schools have, at least, in the lower education? They have rulers, okay? But I can also see this as measuring, this. How big is this tower going to be? How weighty is this? How big is the transformation going to be? Lots of questions. But I do think the majority of this is about looking forward to your new beginning, because you are dropping the burdens, which is beautiful. And do remember, somewhere in here, you might very well meet a stranger. And what do they have to share with you? What do you have to share with them? This really is kind of a tough one, because we are taught to not approach strangers. Because of the sudden danger that could be. But here, never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger, and it's very true. Okay, well, thank you so much. I hope this helps, and have a wonderful day. Much love. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Let's see what has come out for you. And yes, I do select these just by shuffling and picking them at random. And the universe decided you needed 2 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these. So I am just the messenger, so I take what the universe tells me I need to take. All right? Now, I might change them around a little, but here we go. All right. And remember, the overall theme is a stranger's grace, which I find fascinating and so on target, right? Because we're taught to fear the sudden danger from a stranger, from childhood. And sometimes there's good reason for that. Other times, strangers can be the most beautiful people. How do you know which is which? And it says here, never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. Which is very true. It gives me goosebumps. I have seen times where strangers you would not want to approach, and I've also seen times where they have given their last dime to help somebody. How do you know? Okay, well, let's go on. Okay, you have a learning energy here. I think I need to kind of switch these around a little bit. Okay. All right. I might do some more switching, but this is a good start. Okay, right here. This is an energy of you feeling left out in the cold, some challenge. And it is telling you, right here, there's like a church, cathedral, something like that, stained glass window. But where there is help for you, if you choose to go in and take it. But now, it can have a few meanings. One, that right now is a challenging time for you financially. But oftentimes, if not most times, this is an emotional challenge, where your thoughts are getting the best of you and your emotions are getting the best of you and you feel like you're left out in the cold. It could be either or. Another way, or what's finishing this, is it says success after difficulty. Okay? All right. Yeah, let me do this switch. Okay. Here is the hermit. And the hermit has climbed on top of this mountain, and you see he's got his lantern with the star in it. And the star energy is telling you, you can create anything you want. You just have to believe and you have to go for it. It's like you've heard of, I'm sure, especially when you were a child, just wish upon a star. That is kind of what this means. But again, some difficult times. Climbing up a mountain's no easy feat sometimes, depending on the mountain, right? But getting up there to find your enlightenment. So here's success after difficulty, in a sense. So is this. But this is going within, okay? So is this actually, but it could be in your environment depending on what it is. Like I said, typically these are emotions, but it doesn't have to just be emotions and thoughts. It could be literally having a financial challenge, all right? Okay. So, success after difficulty. Finding the enlightenment you're looking for and knowing that you can create whatever you want, which means both of these, you are coming out of this basing everything on what you know to be truth. The King of Swords is a very strong king, very mature energy, extremely wise, and he bases all his decisions on what he knows to be truth. So you're going in here searching and finding the truth, okay? Which is you're learning about this. And the Page of Cups talks about having, of course, learning, but it's about something creative that you want to start. But for me, it also is about people. You know, relationships. Why do people do what they do? Right? And it also could be that some positive messages coming in for you. And it looks like the result of this is the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is a very caring king. Again, like the King of Swords, he is mature, very wise. This king is just like the natural entrepreneur. He has a Midas touch. He has these great ideas, and they tend to come into fruition because he's got this Midas touch, so it can be a very lucrative energy. And you end with the very best card in the deck, which is the Sun. The Sun is filled with happiness and joy and like this pure, beautiful energy, okay? And sunflowers represent the sun, so there's much happiness here for you. And if you go by, the child, it would be this new beginning, right? So it looks like there are troublesome times, but you're going in to find enlightenment and using the truth to find out, which is huge, and learning about people and something creative that you want to start, which is going to result in the sun's energy of this great happiness. And here is the Midas touch. So whatever this is could have been a challenge, or can be. It depends on where you are in this. But reading like a story, it is coming out beautifully. Now in here somewhere, because the theme of this is a stranger's grace. And if you see here, it's an archway, right? And like I already mentioned, this is an entrance to go in and have something new, to change energies. And it's, in this case, a stranger's grace. So there could very well be a time during this time where a stranger will be involved, and it's up to you, right? Do you avoid the stranger because we've always been taught to, because of the potential danger? Or is a stranger some wonderful benefit to your life? Let's get a card from the universe and see what they would like to share. Yeah, this is all up to you because both are valid, right? Many a time a stranger has been something you do not want to approach, but on the other side, it talks about angels taking other, forms and, crossing paths with you. How do you react? You don't know they're an angel, right? So, I don't know. This is a beautiful card, and it's a beautiful card to do a pick a card over, but it leaves you with probably more questions than answers. Okay. Temper or Judgment. Beautiful. Okay, Judgment is talking about you working hard, and you can see this through here, to create the changes, and you are. And this is causing you to rise up and be the new you, right? Filled with the truth, understanding, learning, much opportunity and happiness. So you're going from a challenging spot. I mean, look how opposite these are, right? Going from a challenging, downtrodden place to the happiest energy there is. And the universe is just saying, oh yeah, right on target. Okay, let's get a charm, see what we find out. Perfect, you couldn't get a better charm. Can you see this? It is the sun who is smiling, peeking out from the clouds. Which is, yeah. Okay, here's the clouds, right? the challenging times. And literally, here is the sun. Beautiful times. So this charm is taking this reading and just putting it in one little charm. Much happiness after cloudy, difficult times. Perfect charm for this. Okay, thank you so much. I truly hope this helps. And if you like this, please give it a like, share, subscribe, and definitely leave comments. It truly helps. Thank you. Much love. Bye. Thank you, everybody, for taking part in this. This is, to me, a really meaningful pick a card because it brings up an issue that is very real in our world today. You know, there are some strangers that are just the most beautiful people. They truly are. And we don't know because of how we've been brought up and what the news says and, you know, other aspects, whether to put the trust in them or to try to be wary of the situation, right? It's a real issue. And I think this divine door puts it beautifully. You know, here's this archway. It's an entry into a new realm. Ego fears the sudden danger, but never underestimate the kindness of a loving stranger. It's really something to think about. Thank you so much. I hope this has helped, and have a wonderful day. Much love. Bye.